This is WPTV.
A survey conducted in May of 2018 by EA's Global Consumer Insights team has revealed that of the over 2,000 interviewed, 56% believe that video game companies need to be more inclusive to other genders, sexual orientations, skin colors, and body sizes. 31% were neutral, and 13% believe that inclusion was not important. The study also found that 45% would be likelier to play a game that implemented these features. With me today is Van, Girl Joe, and Eliana to discuss. So, Joe, what are your initial thoughts on the survey?
I would say that my initial thoughts was happy, for sure. I was very glad and shocked in a very happy way that 56%, 56, right? 56% would say that yes, there needs to be a change. I'm very glad about that. I also was a little bit disappointed, however, in the article, mainly because it didn't really talk about the demographics of who they surveyed. I mean, out of 2,000 people, that's a lot of people, you know, and for you to have 56%, I kind of want to know, like, who actually agreed and who didn't, you know? So there were people from ages 13 to 35, I believe it was, and there was no mention as to whether it was women or men, and what kind of other demographics are there. So I was a little bit disappointed in that end.
Eliana, I'm going to throw it to you. How do you feel about the 13%, which is, in my eyes, is too high of a number?
It's just disappointing because it's like, all in all, yes, we understand that we want the game experience. Yes, we care about story, but it's like, you also want to put yourself in the story. So to be able to actually like customize a character and be a part of that journey is so much more fulfilling than just being a white male, buff, destroy things, go. Like, it's just, it's disappointing. That's my take on that.
Yeah.
So,
Van, do you believe that inclusivity in the video game industry, whether it's on the developmental side or the video game side itself, do you think that's a real issue that we have to face with?
Well, yeah, I do definitely. On both sides. I know for like more open world, like for in-game inclusivity, like for open world stuff, we get more customizable characters, which allows us more freedom. But for those single-player adventure stories, it's really narrowed down. I mean, like Assassin's Creed just got their first female character out of what, 7 games? More, and even on the developmental side, there's not enough women or other demographics and representation, which I think would help open perspectives and open the mindset of creating these games. You have to start on the developmental side to influence the games ultimately.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, we've seen improvements made in video games with like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where they just introduced Cassandra as one of the female players. And there have been other games like Overwatch has a bunch of female players. But Eliana, do you believe that we're doing enough?
no. Not at all. It's the fact that it's like the female can't even be the protagonist, but she has to be the sidekick or the background character or the love interest or just a sexualized thing. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So absolutely frustrating. Like, I want to be able to be badass in armor and just be able to pick up the gun or use my magic or whatever. I don't have to just be this buff guy. And it's just, it sucks that we also, our armor is like a bikini. And it's like, why can I get like customized like armor and like all that good stuff? Like, why does it just have to be exclusive to males and males only? Like,
For sure, I definitely agree also. And going over with the over-sexualizing women, it's just like extreme. Like when you see an actual female character, what does she look like? she's half naked, and if she's not half naked, her boobs are huge, right? And she has big thighs. Yeah. And that's all you look. She's so pretty, so pretty. And what is she also? She's mostly white. So we also need some sort of representation for like minorities, not also minorities, but like, you know, the trans women. And the thing with that is like every single character has a story, right? They always have a backstory. So when you add all these backstories, like, you know, women being represented as, you know, what they are. So we have minorities and we have trans women and all sorts of things. I feel like that would be so much better for the company. And if 56% of people said that there needs to be a change, that brings revenue, which is something that all companies want, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to end it with you, Van. What are some suggestions that would help bring about this change?
To like bring about the change and like start it, I mean, definitely those that 56%, we have to start the change. It can't just be the companies. Like, we're on both ends. We need to show up more, have our voices be heard, show them that we have credibility. Like, it's not just about like, there should be more women, more representation of like all ethnicities, but prove to them like, not only do we need more, but we have the skill set to provide you with like actual value. And if you show them that you're valuable and that you can change, they'll start picking us up a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for joining me on such an important topic. Here's hoping that the video game industry at least tries to be more inclusive in the future. Don't go anywhere, because next we have Lindsay and Steph discussing Captain Marvel in a special edition of Lindsay Camera Action. Stick around.